Kindy Rockstars. Prepare for a treat, let's meet and greet some bands and singers that are super sweet, making music that's fun for boys and girls. Help them learn about this great big world. Fun for the family, yes it's true, your kids will love it and you will too. Clap and dance and sing aloud, become a part of the Kindy crowd. These songs will make you move your feet and give your ears a great big treat. So settle in, grab your guitars, and let's get to know our Kindy Rockstars. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindy Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. Welcome everyone to Kindy Rockstars. Returning to the show is Charlotte from Teatime. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you, Patrick, for having me back.
All right, well, for everyone out there, please go check out season 1, episode 53 to hear Teatime song, Imaginary Friend, My Imaginary Friend, and the story behind that. But Charlotte, what have you been up to since the last time we talked?
Well, like so many other people, COVID's been standing there in the way. We have been able to do some outdoor classes in our local park for children with restricted numbers and distancing and all those sorts of things. So I have been able to carry on a little bit of the active one face-to-face, but most of the work has been happening in the studio. You may remember that we live on a farm, and as anyone will tell you, the farm comes first. And music is definitely comes second to everything. So when there's a little bit of time, I can get on and do some more music. I've made a song called Rubbish in a Bin with children at our local primary school. And I'm hoping to use that to promote sensible recycling and rubbish disposal in our district soon. And that's one project I've been working on. Otherwise, and an action song, Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes, but a farmer's head, shoulders, knees and toes. Tell me what the farmer grows. That's another one that's involved the children. It's a call and response. That will be coming out at some stage. I'm still hoping to put out a farm themed album at some point, but again, depending on the farm. And otherwise, these 3 songs that, the songs are very different and tell completely different stories. So that's probably in a nutshell what I've been up to.
Yeah, well, the last time we talked, you talked about Tamaru Plunkett. Have you continued work on with them?
Yes, definitely. All the sessions that I've been doing have been under the Plunkett umbrella. So yes, most definitely full involvement with them where possible. But they're a national organization and have had to be very proactive in keeping their tamariki, their children, safe and their families safe from COVID. So we haven't had much one-on-one contact or face-to-face, should I say.
Now, with all the new songs you're recording, I remember you telling me last time your kids were part of the recording, but when they came to town. So is that still the case?
Yes, it is. I'm sure we could organise to have the vocals done remotely, which I know you and many other people have been doing, particularly over the COVID period. But we have enough material to work on. And yes, I have nabbed my daughter when she's been here and she's been into the studio. My son, again, I nab from the tractor or from the farm, wherever he might be, when he has the time. And we do manage to piece things together. So yes, they're still fully involved. I have, because the busyness of my son particularly, I've taken up, I've been starting to learn how to use the DAW. And so now I'm actually putting in my own tracks as a foundation, if you like. We then work on them and embellish them and do lots of different things to them. But I could add that. But then on the other hand, I could just leave it the way it is, because people don't necessarily need to know that.
All right. Well, you ready to get into some of your new songs?
Yeah, definitely.
This episode's song is called Good Night Farm Lullaby. So tell us a little bit about this song.
My children all grew up on a farm, and so I've put them to bed many, many times and lulled them to sleep with all kinds of different songs and music. But this, I think, is the first farm lullaby that I've ever heard. It's uncomplicated. It's a sleepy little song, which actually I wish had existed when my children were little. I'm sure I would have sung it to them if I'd thought of it sooner. Actually, I think the song's been in my head, wanting to be written for a very long time, because when I did sit down and write it, it just seemed to tumble out over a very short period of time. And I think the beautiful irony actually is that the babies it might have sung to sleep once are now the vocalist and the instrumentalist or music producer. So it is rather fun, although I did put the backing track into this one myself. But so right. That's really the story behind it. It speaks for itself. It speaks about who goes to sleep on a farm, because everybody gets tired on the farm, whether you're a tractor or a combine harvester, a farmer, or an animal or a child.
Right. Well, let's check it out. And if you have kids, maybe play this for them at bedtime. Here is Good Night Farm Lullaby by Teatime.
It's been a long, long day, full of work and play, but now you are fading, so is the light. It's been a long, long day, and now it's time to say good night, good night, good night. It's been a long, long day, pardon the cliche. Sweet dreams, my darling, all night through. There are so many lullabies that could help you close your eyes, but this one's just for you. The hens are on their perches, their heads tucked up under their wings. They're tired of laying eggs and pecking grain and bugs and worms and other wriggly things. The cows, the sheep and the horses are finding a snug place to rest, and the little birds, tired of singing, are toasty and warm in their nests. The dogs are in their kennels, curled up, all ready to sleep. They're tired from running around the hills and fields, rounding up hundreds of sheep. The combines, trucks and tractors are safely parked up in their sheds. Their time spent, weary drivers will soon
Okay, CBT time. Let everybody know where they can stream and download songs from CBT time and how they can find and connect with you on social media.
CBT Time you can find on all streaming platforms, CEE, BEE, Tea Time, to avoid confusion. So I'm on Instagram, CBT Time for Kids Music. I'm on Facebook, CBT Time, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, all the usual places. And the only YouTube video is one Patrick may have mentioned about the pea waka waka that you can make out of paper. So, yep, you can find me just about anywhere.
Excellent. Well, Charlotte, it's been wonderful having you back on the show again. Hopefully, maybe I'll see you again in season 3.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I'm delighted to be back again. Thanks.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Okay.